writing linear equations. First thing that we need to remember is that m represents our slope, b is our y-intercept, and our go-to formula is y equals mx plus b. When putting an equation in y equals mx plus b form, and you are given information that says the slope, or m, equals 3, and the y-intercept, or b, equals -2, then you will plug in the slope and the y-intercept into the equation y equals mx plus b, and your new equation becomes y equals 3x minus 2. Another example, slope equals 2, y-intercept equals 1/3. We need to write that equation. So think for a second, what would that look like? The answer would be y equals 2x plus 1/3, because m, which is the slope, plugs in front of the x, and y-intercept was 1/3, so it plugs in for the b at the very end of the equation. Now, writing an equation given 2 points, for example, 2, 3 and 4, 9. Step 1, find the slope. Now we need to remember how to find the slope. So if we recall, m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Once we find the slope, we're going to plug it into y equals mx plus b formula. Now, use one of the given points and plug that in to y equals mx plus b formula as well. So if you have x comma y, the y will go in for the y in the equation, and the x will go in for the x in the equation. Now, you have all of the information except for the b. So now we need to solve for the b. Once we solve for the b, we're going to leave the y and the x out, and we're going to plug in the found m, or slope, and the found b, or y-intercept. Here's an example. If we are given the points 2, 3 and 4, 9, first thing that we have to do is find the slope. So we need to recall m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So finding our x's and our y's, y's go on top, x's on bottom. 9 minus 3 all over 4 minus 2. We simplify that. 9 minus 3 is 6, 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our slope, or m, equals 3. Now, we need to plug in one of the given points. Now at this stage, it doesn't matter which point we choose. I have chosen the first one, the 2, 3. So I'm plugging in the 3 for the y. And recall, y equals mx plus b is the formula, up in the upper right-hand corner, equals 3 for the m, which is the slope, times 2, which is the 2 from the x comma y, plus b. This is where we don't know what the b is, but we are going to solve for it. So 3 equals, 3 times 2 is 6, so 6 plus b. In order to solve for b at this point, we need to get rid of the 6. And in order to get rid of the 6 is positive, so we subtract it from both sides. 3 minus 6 equals -3. So we have now found the b is -3. So for our final step, we're going to plug in the m and the b that we just found. So y stays as a y, equals 3, because that is our slope, x, because our x needs to stay as the x, minus 3, because that is the new b that we found.